Well, well, well. The Most High has just given me a hellified revelation. Someone significant to me always told me that a story repeats itself, a cycle repeats itself. The Bible is a repetitive story, quote unquote, a never ending story. Basically, indicating to me that this is what I figured out. The story never ends. It's a continuing, never-ending story because the Messiah, who is supposed to be the Messiah, never mans up to the position. It takes, it takes, it takes a bona fide Messiah to say, hell to the no, no, no. You will not sprinkle on my head and make me go through this cycle again and not rapture my bride and me and her not inherit our kingdom. It's a repetitive story that keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and has been it's the story's been repeating itself, never getting to the Messiah part because of a wicked witch, hence the Wizard of Oz. How does Diddy, Jay-Z, I think that you need to really, really do your research on the double cross of Lorraine. I think you need to really do your research on Kalima. Bingo. I think you really need to do your research on Freemasonry. And I think you really need to do your research on the Boule. These fraternal and maternal organizations, the Divine Nine as well, are very aware, very aware of what's at stake every go round, every cycle. And they hope to God, not even to God, to, you know, the God of this earth for a period, for the time that he has his reign, um, which is Satan, devil, etc., etc., that those who matter don't wake up. Now, I'm not sure if I want to call this passing the torch, breeding a new Diddy, breeding a new Jay-Z. Um, but the double cross of Lorraine is very, very important. And the Masonic Lodge, the Elk Lodge, the Boule, the fraternities, the Divine Nine, they are the people. The Skull and Bones, they are the people that control the narrative and make sure, they have been making sure for years that the Messiah and the bride never connect. They never come into union. They never get their divine inheritance. They never ever take their rightful spot on the throne. A lot of people don't know that the bride of Christ is a bona fide warrior. I mean, she fights a major fight. They depict her. Well, the Bible often, or even I shouldn't say the Bible because if you read it correctly, you'll know. But all the information that's important that should have been kept in the Bible was extracted. about her. And but what the enemy didn't know is that they extracted just enough and kept just enough for the real true bride to realize what was happening. So the Messiah is kept asleep. Most people don't even know that the Messiah is already married before he raptures his bride. Deep. It's a lot of stuff that people don't know about the good book. But getting back to the title of this video, the new, I'm not sure if I want to call this the new Diddy, the new Jay-Z, but I just got finished watching some footage of very two very viral individuals. And if these two young men are not careful, they will repeat the cycle that Jay-Z and Diddy just did. Kind of like I shouldn't say just did our you know Jay-Z and Diddy right now are experiencing. See, what people don't realize is that Clive Davis was doing the pre-Grammy parties. And when Whitney Houston gave that note, she knew, especially when she gave it to Brandy and Monica to share. The crazy thing about it is those two women in that interview shared a song together. The Boy Is Mine. Come on, I'm trying to help y'all figure some things out. Okay? Because what? Okay, let's talk and think about. Let's think this through. Because the devil is an illusionist, and it takes a mighty, mighty force to see through it all. Okay? It takes the truth to see the truth. So we've got, I don't even want to go back to Motown because a lot of who's important in this conversation is already deceased, right? Let's keep it relevant. We know, well, okay. So the Messy Sweet Spot, go on over there and listen to her video, her coverage on Prince and what he said about the devil was the elevator. The Messy Sweet Spot. She covered Prince speaking on the elevator and him saying the devil was the elevator. And she covered another blogger speaking on or presenting interviews that Prince had done. I don't do elevator music that well, but nonetheless, this is really deep, y'all. And I just, you know, I'm gonna send this to MREC. I'm gonna send this to Messy. I'm gonna send this to Mob Radio because I'm gonna send this to the people that I frequent because either they're dropping gems and they respect me, or I see some of you all getting ready to be used by powers and principalities, and I'm here to infiltrate. I'm here for the righteousness of it all. Nothing less than that. So, the Messy Sweet Spot covered Prince and what he said about his publishing and fighting with Warner Brothers, and then creating his own label. hence the name Warner. Warner Brothers. See, nothing is by chance. Okay? Def Jam, deaf to sound, but you jamming. Sony, quick with it. Columbia, light. I mean, I can go on. Universal. Take a look at these labels and what their names are. Do the math. Title. I mean, come on. Rock Nation. Who's the rock in the Bible? We got the cornerstone and the capstone in the Bible. I mean, talk to me nicer. Everybody want to be the pinnacle. Everybody want to be the purpose, but can't hold and present and be the promise at the same time. Like, okay. So, I am seeing plain as day, that currently as we speak, there is a Diddy, a new Diddy, and a new Jay-Z already made. As a matter of fact, these two young men combined they have to be 20 years younger or more than Jay-Z and P. Diddy, and gotta be combined worth about $200 million. I just got finished watching their footage. And I've been following them for years. I don't know why the Most High had me following them. I guess because they, they move numbers. So I just hit them up and just inbox them and just told them, hit me because, they were trying to figure out, what kind of new content that they can come up with to keep moving their platforms forward. But in the midst of that, the Most High revelated to me that they're being boulayed. What do I mean by boulayed? Well, let's just speak. Hello, it's VVSO. Make sure you go check out Divine Oracle. I'm Divine Oracle and I own VVSLotus.com. VVSL, you can find it on all platforms, or VVSLotus.com. So, what is being boulayed? Well, the boulay is, let's just call it, this is what I call it, the black aficionados of universal law. That's what I call it. Period. The boulay and in all actuality are above the Freemasons and the Skull and Bones. Period. A lot of people will be surprised to know that the people that really push the buttons, it's not the what do you call it? Oh gosh, the Chase and the Rothschilds, and because see, the curse amongst black men was given to a period of time to the Europeans to see what they would do with what God gave, what God created, which was his own. Of his own skin tone, his own flesh. And they had a period of time to prove that they deserved and they blah, 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 blah. And what's happening right now is, and I know, follow me. It seems like I'm going all over the place, but you'll be able to run this back and play it back and just do the math. Um, and now we're dealing with that 500-year curse is completely broken. It's severed. It's over. And now we have Trump coming back into office a second time. The Bible says the beast will come back a second time in the name of his number and da 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 da. Da. Now, listen, Trump. Let's talk about Trump for a minute because this is well, I'm a roundhouse kick this so you guys can really put it together. Do the math. Trump and Republicans. First of all, I've been self-employed pretty much 80% of 95% of my life. So I'm a Republican at heart. We all know that he owns a building in Manhattan down on Wall Street and the address is 666. And the name of the building is Trump. Number of his name, Bible, you do the math. I'm not saying Trump is a bad guy, but he's aligned with someone who's extremely powerful, Putin. Thank God that Trump seems to be doing the right thing, but if you pay attention to the interviews, he just announced a interview or a conversation he had with Elon Musk and how a spaceship came out the sky and Elon Musk hugged the spaceship and da, 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 da. There are things happening that we just don't want to admit. And here's what's key. What's happening in this world is that we either repeat the cycle and don't cleanse evil for good and let the rightful true king and queen, hierophant and high priestess, bride or the Messiah and the bride of Christ reign. See, either it's gotta be one way or another. This is what's happening, and this is what keeps happening, and this is why prophecy has not been fulfilled because the ones that have been in control for so long, for 500 years, and controlling this curse on the people of the Creator, that have been controlling the people of the Creator for 500 years are afraid of that power. And what comes even before the power. So Trump spoke of Elon Musk and he says, "Oh, did you do that? Oh, there's no one on earth that can do that except you." About this UFO and da da da. I clearly understand because let's guess what? I was born and raised 20 minutes from where a Tesla plant is right now. So energetically, knowing that a Tesla plant is here, as well as a Bitcoin plant is here, and it's supposed to be private. It's supposed to be like not talked about, bruh. It's beast energy all around where I was born and raised. Why would beast energy be where I was born and raised? And heaven at the same time. Because guess what? God is not going to lock up his nemesis or his enemies too far away from where he is. He wants to keep a close eye. Bomb. So welcome Tesla. Welcome Bitcoin. Nonetheless, I'm listen, I'm saying a lot. The boule. Oh boy. Mason, Freemasons, whoever. Um, they've already pre-initiated. See, what most people don't realize is that you've already, if you've made the millions, if you've earned the notoriety, if you're super wealthy and you just feel like it's luck and you're blessed, 9 times out of 10, you double check that. You may have just been initiated into something that you didn't agree to be initiated or you never wanted to be initiated into. So when these people are part of that are, the upper echelon of these organizations come to you and say, hey, you need to be a part of our club because you achieve X, Y, and Z, and you think it's a good idea. That's a trick of the enemy. See, the enemy will give you your blessings before you even know you sold your soul. And then by the time you realize you sold your soul, you realize, you say to yourself, wow, if I had already had the blessings from God, but the enemy made me believe that I needed to be a part of this organization to get higher. It's deep. It's deep. These two young men, right now, I just watched their footage, and they are literally the new Diddy and Jay-Z. Can't make it up. I wish I could. And it's really up to them not. Because see, the boule is getting ready to, these fraternal and soror organizations is getting ready to present themselves if they haven't already. But they in giving and allowing them to earn this type of money and have this type of visibility and have this type of clout, these young men didn't understand it. These young men and women didn't understand it came with something. This is why the baby mama of the one young man has distanced herself. It's bigger than postpartum. Ask me how I know. Go on my Instagram page, a high idea. The one who's quote unquote going through postpartum, when she goes on my Instagram page, AHAYAHDIA, and she scrolls down and she sees what she sees and she needs to see on my Instagram page, she gonna know. Now, my what do you call it? My Cash App is V S is in Sam, Lotus like the flower. Listen, when I know there's a blessing coming, it's not even a blessing. I know there's an. I don't even. You want to call it honor at it, but the right people is gonna see this video, and they're gonna go to my Instagram page and they're gonna watch. They're gonna scroll, and they're gonna see what they need to see, and it's gonna. Cash apps. My Cash App is gonna be hit up. I already know. I'm not the divine oracle for no reason. And you can play games with it. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. The same amount of money that old boy, the new Diddy, just spent on The new Jay-Z's baby is going to hit my account. Period. There is a new Diddy and a new Jay-Z already in the making. And they are way more powerful than Diddy and Jay-Z could ever. Jay-Z is what, a billionaire? Shh. Let's talk about what Putin just sued or just fined Google for. These are new numbers. This is the new cycle on repeat. Now, with this new cycle on repeat, with this new Jay-Z, Diddy energy, and etc., there's new casualties, there's new pain, there's new rapes, there's new murders, there's new evil. And it's bigger than it was before. So either we let's just say me, I put the responsibility on me, because that's what this is. I allow this new Diddy and Jay-Z to rise, or I copy and paste this link into their feed and let them decide which direction they want to go in. Because their direction, I'm giving a clear warning, is a repeated cycle. In the Messy Sweet Spot video covering Prince, she has already covered that Diddy is dying. See, it's soul for soul. Energetically, a spirit can only live unless it has a new host. The host has already been found for Diddy, and the host has already been found for Jay-Z. As a matter of fact, their host has already been living. And that's why their careers have been dwindling. The personification of who they spiritually are and physically are has been dwindling. This shit is deep. This shit is deep. The same people that I'm talking about that want this new Diddy and Jay-Z to take the bull by the horn is getting ready to present some extra shit to them. It's the same people that want to, this is the same people that want me to off myself, but I'm too wise. My skin is too thick. I know too much. Matter of fact, the crazy thing is that in order this go round for them to have their way again, I would have to off myself, because not a soul on earth dare to off me. Because offing me is it's basically Armageddon. It's automatic. And it's like the powers and principalities are trying to figure out how to go about this. There's no way to go about it. I'm her. I've arrived. Listen. I see. There's no getting around me. I work for him. I work for him. I work for the Most High. Getting around, like, I'm literally in the movie The Matrix, the Oracle on the bench. But now I'm on the field. And I'm playing. I'm the quarterback. I'm Josh Allen. I'm every key player that any key player wish they ever was. I'm not going to give the names of the new Diddy and the new Jay-Z. I'm just going to share the link. Whoever wants to watch, whoever sees, whoever hears, whoever listens, they will understand. Whoever follows the links and they listen, go all the way down to the bottom. Bingo. Go all the way down to the bottom of my Instagram feed and work your way up. It's nothing but straight prophecy. Ahayadea.com. Ahayadea on Instagram. Getting back to really quick, touching back on Trump and he's the new president, you know. Now, like I said, I'm a Republican at heart. I'm a business owner. I love being able to employ people and help them build a life for themselves and help them see them build their, their own businesses and da 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 da. I don't, I want to be a employer who employs people to be able to employ people. I'm not interested in making slaves. Okay, Democrat, they support slavery. They are all about. If you look up the history of Republicans and Democrats, the Republicans are the ones who fought to abolish slavery. Okay, people don't know this stuff. Back in the day, it was the Democrats that was like, "No, we need slavery." It was the Republicans like, "No, abolish it. Let every man be who they gonna be." And then here we go. We got a new slavery. But if it takes it takes a smart and spiritual mind to realize really what slavery is. Are you a slave to the system or are you a slave to spirituality? Meaning, we have a system. The system, quote unquote, for the majority, is you wake up, you go to work, pay your bills, pay your taxes. Wake up, go to work, pay your bills, pay your taxes. Wake up, go to work, pay your bills. That's the system, right? Typical. But do you wake up, or are you a part of the system where you wake up, you innovate, you create a lane, reiterate, wake up. See, business owners, true business owners, those who are innovative, they're not, we're not interested in enslaving you. We want to create an avenue for you. We want to be a part of your legacy. Business owners want, true business owners and people who really, really, really want to see people win, want to create an avenue where, okay, you can come work for me. You can learn everything you need to learn from me. And even if you learn everything you need to learn from me and you go on and you become a trillionaire and I'm just a thousandaire, my name is forever a part of your legacy. You learn something to become who you are, right? Now, let's talk about that same idea righteously. No money involved. I need you. I'm interested in people coming, being farmed from my garden, right? Fruit. I'm interested in bearing fruit, not only spiritually, but monetarily, emotionally, intellectually. on all levels across the board. Not for the agenda of the enemy of the Most High, Yahweh, Yahushua, Elohim, El Shaddai, El Adba, El Sabaoth, El Adonai, Elohim, El Elyon. I'm interested in the wisdom being passed down so that the creator of the sun and the moon and the garden and the fruit it bears and on the entire planet of the universe and on the entire planet of the earth and the universe um gets his flowers, her flowers. I know I'm rambling. There's so much I gotta say, so much I can say. P. Diddy. There's a new P. Diddy and there's a new Diddy that's already been bred. I'm praying that this video can catch them before the power that they've created for themselves has been placed in the hands of the wicked. Because there's a lot of wisdom that I know. There's I didn't say that correctly. There's a lot of information that I know, and the wisdom that I can give these two young men and the child that the mother the mother's child. Wait, no, his child's mother, and even that child can change so much about what's getting ready to happen in the future. I seen energetically in their footage um the eagerness to just stay on top, the eagerness to just maintain the audience, eagerness to uh just maintain what they have. And that's what I respect that. But I don't think they realized that it was allowed. All of what they have was allowed because of their eagerness. Sometimes we have to double back. 20 years ago, I would say about now, it's about 14 years ago, I had to double back on my eagerness because I seen what was quote unquote being offered to me. I seen what was being offered to me, and I said to myself, huh, huh, they're trying to put me in a box. They're trying to finesse who I am into who that person is. Meaning, put it this way, um, they will put you in a box if you don't pay attention to what's happening and who has control and power over your life. They will put you in a box to turn you. They will put you in a box to make you a what do you call it? What's his name? Cosby to a Kelly to a Diddy, and you ain't even know it. You ain't even know it. It's like, okay, this is the best way I can put it. A demon, they have a host. And when the demon knows it has gotten enough out of you, they have to find another host immediately. And what's crazy is a demon only survives and can only thrive through purity, whether it's pure in heart, pure in womb, pure in blood, pure in spirit. The demon don't want nothing to do with the already wicked. A demon can't thrive through the wicked. The wicked is already wicked. You already tainted. A demon can't accomplish what a demon needs to accomplish through wicked. You're already tainted. They need that fresh meat. They need that, hence, children, innocence, purity. The devil about to be mad at me. Come for me. I can say a lot more. Goodbye.